The shooting sports community has a history of supporting our veterans and veteran causes. There are charity shoots and matches happening across the country that do just that. Well, here in Nashville, there's an event that's growing faster than anyone saw coming. Country music star Tim Montana is the man behind the American Thread Shotgun Shoot. It's a packed house at the Nashville Gun Club. The clays are flying and breaking on the Sporting Clays course alongside the rolling Cumberland River. This is the Tim Montana and Friends American Thread Charity Shotgun Shoot. And this year, the event is more than double its first year.
I've had goosebumps all day watching this. Like, man, this was, and we did 19, we did all these board meetings and all this stuff. And this year we just did it 98% of this on phone calls between 3 guys that didn't really know what we were doing, just had passion and drive and believed in what we're doing to raise money for these 2 organizations and to help people out. And to see this come to fruition is mind-blowing.
The other half of this team is the man behind the scenes, TREVOR PARDUE.
Man, it was literally just a combination of things. The first event went so well that we couldn't pass it up to do it again. That was the main thing pushing it. We started to try to add in some different stuff, and it really all boiled down to time.
Some of that different stuff includes an equipment display organized by the Special Operations Recruitment Brigade out of Fort Campbell. It's a chance to look at the latest in ground mobility, the new GMV 1.1 from 5th Group, and one of the MH6 Little Birds from the 160th SOAR, AKA the Night Stalkers. And there are a couple of very special take-home items in the live auction this afternoon. One is a 15-week-old pick-of-the-litter black lab with a month of training from Adventure Retrievers in Summertown, Tennessee. The other is inbound. It's a special delivery dropping in from above, the special accommodation from some highly trained friends of Jimmy Adams, co-founder of one of the benefiting charities, Spec Excursions.
So I know those guys personally. The guys that jumped in, Corey used to work with him as a free fall instructor in Yuma, Arizona. The guy's got thousands and thousands of jumps, so he's a professional. That job really goes unappreciated because of how dangerous it is. Doing the flag jump for him, super easy, super easy. The guy's helping Sean, I worked with him operationally. We were both Green Berets as well. And that guy's done so much tactical jumping, it's ridiculous. So those guys, it was an easy day for them to do that. And obviously, them being heroes, fitting that they jump in our flag.
Despite the threat of rain, it was mission accomplished.
Cool perk of the day type deal that they offered up. And luckily, by the grace of God, the weather held out and allowed it to happen.
As a former special operator, Jimmy has identified the secret ingredient that powers the healing in this program.
It's easy answer to determine. So, positive atmosphere, positive people. The guys that came last year, their families and their friends that came to contribute, those people see how positive it is and they can't help it. They spread the word and they spread the love and they help us out.
And more often than not, these trips yield more than a day or weekend of decompression for these soldiers.
And a lot of people don't really understand that. A lot of people think, man, that's great. You guys give them an opportunity to go fishing or hunting, which is awesome. But really, whoever that guy that owns that boat that's willing to spend his own personal time taking a stranger that happens to be a special operator out for a day, those guys are friends for life. It happens every time.
Hunting and fishing trips are great, but today we're shooting clays. There are 42 teams making their way through the 20-stand Sporting Clays course. Wally Legg got as many as he could.
We shot them hard, shot them the best we could.
Chris HAMRICK knows the event is more about the charity than the score.
Out here supporting American Threads and our amazing veterans that protect our country each and every day. Guys, we thank everything that you do for us, and we're out here to support you.
And for me, a last-minute opening on a team is a chance to dust off the rust.
There you go. It's all the gun, dude. I borrowed the gun from one of the better shooters in the whole group. Yeah. You want video?
Another community-building benefit to this event, a lot of people are getting their first chance to shoot sporting clays, like the group from Tim's publishing company, Spirit Music.
We took out a sponsorship to help support the cause. That's why we're all here.
Awesome. Anybody have any experience shooting sporting clays before this?
This is her first time shooting a gun.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think?
My shoulder's a little sore.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Sore shoulders aside, it's a great event for everyone. And it's about a community stepping up to fill a need that sometimes gets lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, I think some people kind of forget, not everybody, but, you know, it's like, it's kind of, oh, someone else is going to handle this and that. And, you know, finding these groups like Children of Fallen Patriots and Special Ops Excursions and saying, hey, we're going to raise not just a little bit of money, we're going to raise a lot of money and work on this for a year, you know, to get this to happen is a pretty special thing.
And it's perfectly in line with Tim's friend and fellow country music star, Michael Ray, and his idea of a good time.
That's what we grew up doing, you know. And then we get to have the veterans out here, and they get to shoot, and they get to just be with other people and mingle, and hopefully, you know, eases any worry. Hopefully takes their mind off of anything that they're going through, you know, today. And in the process of it, we get to shoot guns, which is the best stress reliever in the world. You know that.
That's right, Michael. A round of sporting clays is one of the best stress relievers I know of. And speaking of raising money, the live and silent auction, plus donations from sponsors, netted more than $250,000. Oh, and that black lab puppy, she went for $5,400. There are two benefiting charities attached to the Tim Montana and Friends event. The new one for this year is Children of Fallen Patriots.
All right, so we have one big purpose, one mission: provide college scholarships to military kids who lost a parent in the line of duty. Whether that's combat, training, suicide, illness, doesn't matter what branch. We're here to take care of their families and honor their sacrifice.
This group is stepping up to fill a gap in support for Gold Star families. But it takes money.
On average, it takes about $25,000 for one of our scholars to graduate debt-free from a four-year university. But hey, we support any kind of dream. Could be trade school, could be Harvard, could be Auburn, you name it. Whatever it is, we're here to help. SAT prep, ACT prep, admissions, scholarships, whatever it is, we'll pay off loans, you name it. We're ready to rock.
Joining Tyler at this fundraising event is scholarship administrator and former recipient Katie Palmer.
My dad was Lieutenant Colonel Benjamin James Palmer. He was in the Marine Corps for over 20 years. He loved what he did. He loved being a Marine. When, in spring of 2011, he deployed to Afghanistan as the commanding officer of a small team of Marines that was tasked with training the Afghan police force. On May 12th, while the team was eating lunch, one of those police officers opened fire on the team, killing my father and one other Marine in that incident. So it's been a little bit over 10 years. It's all in the month of May, so along with Memorial Day, that's kind of a hard month for my family, but you know, we miss him, and I think that what I'm doing is a really great way to honor his legacy.
During Katie's first year of college, she received a phone call that would change her future.
One of my scholarship administrators still works at the foundation. Her name is Ravon. She reached out to me at my freshman year of college. She gave me a call. I didn't have any idea who was calling me, and she was, you know, just basically telling me that they wanted to pay for my schooling, and it was the most wonderful conversation. It absolutely changed the course of the rest of my college career and my life trajectory now. So because of her and because of that phone call, I graduated completely debt-free.
Debt-free gave Katie some options. So after graduating from the University of South Carolina, Katie seized an opportunity to work with the foundation and pay it forward.
So I communicate directly with families and our students regarding their grant process. I collect documents from them, see what their need is, assess all their documents, and then I submit their grants for each semester to see what they need for funding, how we can assist them, and you know what they need from the foundation.
A shared experience means a special connection with the Gold Star students. Helping the healing continue makes this more than a job for Katie.
For a long time after my dad died, I was very not present in the military community, so this is a really cool way for me to give back. Unfortunately, there are so many kids out there who have lost parents in line of duty, so lots of people, but it's, even though it's busy and it can be really overwhelming at times, it's very forgiving work, and you know, you just get a lot out of it.
And one of those students, Bailey Donahue, now works with Katie as an administrator with COFP.
She actually has reached out to me before as a student, so as she mentioned before, it's full circle, so that's how it feels just working alongside her.
It's a friendship forged by mutual loss, as Bailey also lost her dad, Major Michael Donahue.
I was a junior in high school at the time. I remember I was 16 years old. I had just come home from school and I saw two men in uniform talking to my mom. And so pretty much everyone in the military community knows what that means. In 2014, he was deployed in Kabul, Afghanistan, when a suicide bomber had detonated an IED that was right beside the military convoy that he was in, killing him and several other service members.
The foundation not only helped Bailey through school, it is also a place for her to make a difference.
Just working for a nonprofit and working affiliated with the military, I definitely feel like I've been able to heal, and it's amazing, the atmosphere. We also work with so many other Gold Star students and children around us, so we're all family members of fallen soldiers and other military members, so it's just amazing working in that atmosphere and being able to come to work and just be able to share our stories, and it's very relatable, so a lot of healing comes from that.
It's an honor to meet and talk with Katie and Bailey, and it's clear Children of Fallen Patriots is doing something special, and it's more than just paying for school.